Ashley, and in this video we're going to talk about how to prepare a delicious stir fry with your spring and summer veggies. So for starters, we've got various produce items, and I want to let you know that you can actually use any type of produce for a stir fry because it's based upon whatever you have on hand. Today we have eggplant, onions, peppers, peas, and spinach, and also broccoli here, which is going to be cooked together in a stir fry, which I'm going to show you shortly how to do. So before we begin, I would like to say that you can't cook everything as is. You want to chop it into smaller portions so that everything can cook proportionate to one another and you can get all of those flavors mixed in. So before I dive in, I am going to make sure that I separate all of these items according to how they cook, because all of these items cook at different rates. I want to make sure that each vegetable item is with its compatible partner. So now we're going to begin preparing everything. So now I've got my eggplant sliced, and if you noticed, I've got it thinly sliced here because eggplants are somewhat spongy, and you want to make sure that it is able to cook properly and absorb all of those flavors of the seasonings that we'll be using. So now we're going into our peppers. I'm just going to take off the tops and slice them into smaller parts. Next, we've got our broccoli. One thing about the broccoli is you want to make sure you give it just a quick rinse to make sure there's no debris on your vegetables, and you want to cut off the ends of here so that you can get the crunchiness of the actual crown. All right, so we've got our eggplant, our peppers, our broccoli, and now it's time to chop our onion. We're not going to use the entire onion because that's not necessary. So we're simply just going to take maybe a quarter to half an onion. What you do is just simply cut off the ends of the onion. So for easier peeling, cut off the portion that you're interested in cooking. You can set the rest aside. And I like to just cut it like so that you can peel off this shell, this papery shell on the onion, and simply stick that into a compost bin. And now we're chopping. Now, what's left over is the spinach and the peas. You can chop up your spinach if you'd like them to be in smaller portions. However, I like to either have them whole or simply chopped off with the stems removed. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to simply just chop it. All right, it's showtime. We've got all of our vegetables chopped and ready for the pan, and now I'm going to show you how to stir fry all of these ingredients. And now it's time to stir fry our vegetables, and here we are at the stove, and we've got our skillet on medium to high. And what we're going to do is, there's a structure to these things. We want to make sure that we take the items that cook the longest, and we're going to prioritize those first. But we're going to deviate just a bit and add our peppers and our onions, as you can see right here, because we want these to be nice and softened and create a good base of flavor. So we're going to take a bit of olive oil. And now we're going to take our onions and our peppers and slowly put them into the skillet. You hear that fizzling? That means the heat is great. And while these are cooking, we're going to get ready to add in our eggplant here that you see and our broccoli. The reason why we're going to prioritize these is because they take the longest to cook. And we want them to still be fresh and crisp, but at the same time tender enough for everything to homogenize. Now we want to allow all of these ingredients to cook for a few minutes just so that they can get nice and tender. And then we're going to add in our last vegetables, which are the peas and the spinach, which do not take very long to cook. Okay. So one way to kind of gauge whether your eggplant and this entire pan is ready for the other vegetables is by looking at the color of the eggplant. So as you recall, we started off with the eggplant looking white, and as it starts to look brown, that means that all of that flavor has absorbed into the eggplant and it is now a bit more tender. That's the clear sign. Excellent. So now we're ready to add our peas and our spinach. And we're just going to stir that in. Look at all of those colors. And because this doesn't take very long to cook, we're going to add in our soy sauce. Just a bit. And a bit of pepper. Stir that all together. And there you have it. The stir fry is complete and it's ready to be plated. You can either eat this by itself or sit this on top of rice and noodles, whichever you please. But that, my friends, is a good stir fry.